Hello and welcome back to the channel Anindita Ji, where we learn, speak, and succeed. I hope all of you are doing great today and you are already eager to learn more about this channel and how I go through the various presentations about the communication skills. And going forward, I promise I will tell you more about the various soft skills other than communication skills also. Okay. So please stay till the end of this end of this video, so that you get to know what we are going to discuss today. So in the previous videos, I have talked about the two receptive skills, that is listening and reading. So now I'm gradually moving on to the productive skill, that is speaking. So speaking is the first productive skill, and okay, then I will gradually move to the writing part as well. So where do we use the speaking task? Whether it is public speaking, or is it it's a presentation at your office, it's a presentation in your college, or your or it's a regular conversation. So we need to master the art of speaking. Okay, so there are some effective techniques, so I'm going to talk about those effective techniques today. So I'm keeping it on the lighter note. Okay, so effective speaking is essential for success in public speaking, as I said, presentations as well as daily conversations. So we will learn some practical techniques to improve the clarity and confidence and the engagement there. So the first technique is 3Ps. Actually, there are many techniques, so I will be discussing few of them. So 3Ps technique is one where we prepare, practice, and we perform. So in the first stage of preparing, so we organize our thoughts, we structure our speech, and we kind of anticipate our questions, and depending on that we prepare the entire presentation. And then we practice also. So what do we do once we have prepared our thought, whatever we are going to speak in front of a big audience or a small audience? So we speak aloud, we can practice that, and we can record ourselves if it is possible, and rehearse in front of a mirror or with a friend, or maybe these days we have various apps, so you can practice it, you can record yourself, just go for it, how the videos are going looking like, and then you can again practice more. And finally, you have to perform, that is, you have to deliver confidently using gestures, eye contact, and controlled breathing. Then another method is PI method. PI method is where we persuade, inform, and entertain. Persuade means convincing your audience with strong arguments. So it depends upon your goal. What is the information that you want to convey to your audience, depending upon that. So whether your tone will be persuasive or not, so that is also the matter of concern. But then if you have to speak in this manner, so what you have to do is basically your thought should be put in such a way so that you're able to convince your audience with strong arguments. And then you inform means you deliver the facts clearly and concisely. So maybe you can give some examples to support your point of view. Then finally you can entertain also, so that you can use some humor, stories, or some engaging language, so that your audience kind of get involved in what you are telling them, what is the message that you are giving. Then there is another method or technique is listen, think, speak approach. So if you have to answer to some question, okay, so maybe you can listen carefully and understand the question or topic. So what happened, many people struggle with speaking because they rush to respond. So if you have been asked to speak on a topic, maybe you can listen to the topic carefully, what is expected out of you, think about it, understand it, okay, and think before speaking. So you can frame your thoughts in your mind. So it is often said that you respond and do not react. Okay, so respond means it's a deliberate action, and reaction is an instinctive action. So in such cases you will first think and why such question has been asked to you. Maybe you can think over it, give it a good thought, and frame your thoughts, frame your answer in your mind. Then speak clearly and confidently. So you may use short and structured sentences so that it is concise, there is no repetitiveness, and your audience can understand clearly what you want to say. Then another technique is the 4 C's of effective speaking. So 4 C's, the first C stands for clarity, where you speak slowly and you pronounce words correctly. You speak slowly. The second C is confidence. So you maintain eye contact and you stand tall. So you should not be drooping in front of your audience and speaking in a very low voice. No, it should not be like that. You should sound confident. Then conciseness, keep your message brief and to the point. Do not make it repetitive. And the fourth C is creativity. You can use storytelling, metaphors, and examples to engage your listeners. So this is how the 4 C's of effective speaking can be used. Then another technique called the 5 V's. Under 5 V's, the first V stands for voice. So here you can use a clear and strong voice. The second V is for volume, where you can adjust based on setting. So louder for the larger audiences, it can be softer for the small audience if it is a small and close knit audience for the intimate kind of conversations like that. So there you need not shout to ensure that everybody is able to hear you. Then the third V stands for variety. So where you can change your pitch and speed to keep it interesting. So I have spoken in one of the earlier videos about the voice modulation. So this variety is part of that voice modulation, where I'm asking you to change the pitch and speed. Then the fourth V stands for vocabulary. You can use simple and impactful words. And depending on the audience, if your audience is of the advanced level of language users, you can use some higher level of language like phrases, idioms, and better vocabulary. However, for the intermediate level of language users and the low level of language users, try to use simple and understandable English language. The vocabulary should be easy to understand. It should not be too complicated. Otherwise, the very idea of your communication will not be met. Then the verbal pauses. You can avoid fillers like too many pause like that, because that will hamper the smoothness in the delivery of your speech. Then another is the shadowing technique. I have talked about this in many earlier videos, shadowing technique. So this is basically, you listen to a native speaker, for example, somebody TED Talk from news or podcast, like who are native speakers there, and you can repeat immediately after them, like mimicking their tone and rhythm. So this will improve your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence as well. Another one is the rule of 3. So this technique makes speech more memorable and powerful. For example, you say, he came, he saw, he conquered, like that. So this will be more memorable. Again, we use this reduce, reuse, recycle in case of sustainable economy. So this sustainability is a buzzword today, and where we use these phrases quite often. Then clear, confident, concise. This is used in case of communications. So your communication should be clear, confident, and concise. So the rule of 3. Next is the power of gestures and body language. So you can use open gestures to appear welcoming. So this is more used when you're talking in a open stage and addressing a bigger audience. Also, if you're talking to an audience, close-knit audience, then maintain eye contact to show your confidence. The stand with a relaxed posture to appear natural. So this is how you need to modulate your modulate your body gestures and languages. Then next is emotional connection and storytelling. People remember stories more than your facts. So if you are able to tell certain information, give certain information in a storytelling pattern, it will be more connecting to the people. Share your personal experiences or real life examples, and you can use emotions to connect with your audience more. And of course, the last technique is more practice. So you can do some daily exercises, like you can speak for 1 minute on any topic. Like there are so many things happening, just take one topic from the current affairs and you can speak on it, whatever you feel about that, what are your perspective. Maybe you can practice reading aloud from books, news or scripts, because if you're reading, then also you're speaking. Reading aloud, then you are speaking. So you are looking at some words, some text given, and then you will be reading aloud. That means you are speaking. And otherwise you can think over some topic and speak for 1 minute. And there are several speaking apps or speaking clubs, or you can speak with your friends, that you can practice if they're available in today's world. If you have friends to speak to, so you can practice doing that. But I think the first two will be more effective. If you want to do it all alone, just speak for 1 minute or 2 minutes every day on any topic. You take it from the newspaper, and you can read aloud from books. So if you have liked today's video, if you find it informational, so please hit the thumbs up button for liking the content. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for the regular notifications. Also, do not forget to share with others who are also on the same journey of learning several communication skills and soft skills. Hope I will be able to give value to all who are subscribing to this channel. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay well. Bye-bye.